international. Okay. Huyo ayezisha tutakuprosesia yako. Ayezi nione kando, niko na zawadi yako. Kama kuna mtu ameokota mali yangu, kuna mtu ameokota mali. Ukiokota mali cha mrokoto cha mwibo. We can see. Kama umejibu hiyo, weni wa huku. Ukiipata cha mrokoto si cha mwibo, ni yako. So we are about to begin the program. We are just waiting for our guests to get here. Swali jingine ama lingine? Jingine, lingine. Wapwani. Haya, we have the Safaricom Sambaza Furaha Caravan. Which region are they this week? Hey brother, achia wengine. Mungu akikubariki pia abariki wenzako. Hakuna wengine. It cannot. Lady in blue. Sorry? Which is the word before Western? It's not Western. Umesaidiwa. Greater. Ndio watu wa Kisumu wasiseme sisi greater. The greater. The great. Hata wewe unione. Nitafungua another one shortly. Haya. Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee. Haya. Mnataka niendelee kuongeza madeni? Haya basi, deni mmesema jingine, si ndio? Nisije nikaangusha watu wa pwani. Swali jingine. The caravan. Huyo amefanya tu we. Haya, nimetoka kwa caravan brother. We. Haya sawa basi. Wacha niulize swali jingine. Hiyo ya caravan ni kama mmesema no. You want? Hizo zingine za caravan. Wewe uko confident? Lakini wenzako huku kuna mwingine anasema nilete. Caravan or no caravan, you have confidence in yourself. Aya basi, sawa. Which is the last region the caravan will go to? It was a setup. That one is not even part of my written questions. That one. Niko na deni ya mtu pale. Na swali, wacha tuende ya mwisho ndio chakula hata iteremke, si ndio? Okay. Who is the chairperson of the Kenya Rugby Union? Wewe kuinua mkono na wewe. Ukisikia tu watu wanainua mkono ya like they don't. Lakini brother man pia pale aliinua mkono.
Sasha Mutai.
Sasa mmejibu mkiwa wengi.
Huyu ndio wako.
Nani alikuwa ameinua mkono?
Nani alikuwa ameinua mkono na mwenye ameshout? As good students of the Lord, what should we do?
Give mwenye aliinua.
This is Kenya. Ukizubaa ukiinua mkono, mwenzako kesha kula. Haya basi, nyinyi wote mtapata kitu. Wacha niende nyuma ya tent, nifungue box. Money of the box. Haya, money in the box. Nitarudi. Wacha niende nijiprepare. Mumeshinda hizo. Wacha niende ni prepare.
Sasa.
last kwa Kenyan Rugby? No, around 2015 because walikuwa na sponsor the national 7 sergeant. 2016 hapo.
Waliingia 2013 basi.
Lakini bado wako kwa rugby. Wako flood.
Chipiki. Oh, chipiki. Nike chipiki, liski kasi bangkiti kahiti. Chitiki, kata mahipadi, ride panabang kitiko, chipiki. Itisa hiti, kagripuang panakacha, hauli tisi, chipiki, over happy. Chipiki, liski kasi bangkiti kahiti. Chitiki, kata mahipadi, ride panabang kitiko, chipiki. Itisa hiti, kagripuang panakacha, hauli tisi, chipiki, over happy.
Automotive technology and then
over happy. Over happy.
Ushamaliza automotive ama?
Over happy.
Mbona unasoma sana?
Over happy.
Nilisema nasoma nikiwa yangu, sitaki kwenda kusoma nikiwa 20. Sasa inasoma na wazee bana. Evening classes bana tusoma na wazee. Struggle sana.
Evening classes lazima usome na wazee. Mimi nilifanya evening classes pale UN. Ile ni stretch.
Akire babi kichipi life. Melo listi kichipi kabija bakadi lichipi. Bona papagela spichi. Arrebata seka spiki wa bona batizi. Nake babulaya izi karami kaproleka tripi. Over habiki alina iti. Babi kichipi na mela pina kichuti. Koshipi kichipi dipiti listi chiko kasi balkichi kai.
Kama Safaricom hawajakuja.
But everyone is like a son, just like a Sadat Kazaona wale.
Kwanza tunashangaa kwani beti ilisha ama?
Sebele kukusabisa Sebe kunubungelisa Eba tukagwa kuleshani Ausenka lubajinisa Sebele kukusabisa Sebe kunubungelisa Ai Eba tusebenzwa muzonsisa Nagekelu maisisa Embake kozongi Ngamba nomapori Usebenzwa muzongi Nagekelu maisisa Embake kozongi Ngamba nomapori Eba tibagwa bleshani Sebe kalugunjini Sebe yekugunsabi Sebe kunugunjini Batibagwa bleshani Sebe kalugunjini Sebe yekugunsabi Sebe kunugunjisa Maspika boba Bopinga ne boba Nagusekfiga mapoza Oh boba Bopinga ne boba Spegezelile sa posta Manjele mbili zokosta Asike chapa mapoda Oh boba Asespigile boba Bopinga ne boba Boba Spegezelile sa posta Asike chapa mapoda Boba
Bob, kukukuminot, batingi pause, ukuto ya stones, nangsega walk, nangsega mosh, somtalo hot, shut hot, utuhama nami makuhanja, utusaka wene manangaga, ubonu mato mana patizaga, atusili balansi yaga. Bob, kukukuminot, batingi pause, ukuto ya stones, nangsega walk, nangsega mosh, somtalo hot, shut hot, utuhama nami makuhanja, utusaka wene manangaga, Bono mato mana patizaga Atusili balansi yaga
Bopinga ne boba Nagusekfiga mapoza Oh boba Bopinga ne boba Spegezelile sa posta Manjele pili zokosta. Hey, asike chapa maboja. Oh, boba, boba, boba. Yes, vile boba. Pinga ne boba. Hey, boba, boba, boba. Spega zalili zokosta. Hey, asike chapa maboja. Boba, boba, boba.
Hello. Our guests are about to come. So I'd ask all of us to settle down. Let's please take our seats. Those of us still taking one or two for the tummy. Tuketi tafadhali. We are about to begin. Tunaomba mkaribie.
Yes, I played. Iko 35.
Ulikuwa catch.
Kwa catch, but after catch nikaingia hapo kwa hawa sugarman kidogo.
Ngoja. When did you clear catch?
12. Class 2. And then after catch.
Ngoja, 2012 sasa mlitoka na kina nani?
Let's settle down. Our guests are here. Our chief guests are here. Let's settle down. We'll have a very, very short program. Let's settle down, please. Karibuni sana. We want to welcome and recognize the presence of our chief guests and our sponsors. Asanteni sana kwa kuja. Karibuni sana.
Nilifanya dip hapo Kenya Institute of Mass Communication and nikapiga degree Kabras Barbarian.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I thought you had brunch just now. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, lovers of the game present here. Good afternoon, Team Kenya. Amazing, amazing. Breakfast. Okay, so we would like to begin. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for showing the love for the sport despite the rain, the cold. You took the chance to come here and the time to come here. I'd like for us to invite the chairperson of the Kenya Rugby Union to just make a few remarks, and then he'll invite the next speaker. Karibu sana.
Whoa.
Baraka.
Where I come from, this is a blessing. So yes, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Welcome to this occasion where we bring back the biggest brand in Kenya, corporate, in Africa, back to Kenya Rugby, Safaricom, through M-Pesa, coming back to Kenya. I want to welcome everybody here. Waziri, Karibu Rugby, Sitoyo, welcome to RFUA. You know this place very much, but Waziri, Karibu, you'll be coming here quite often to watch rugby. You came to Machakos, but now welcome to the home of Kenya Rugby, RFUA. I'd like to thank Safaricom and for this major sponsorship. Let me hold on, let's adjust. Yeah.
Our picture. Malo ungebaki tu hapa wapite. Nataka tukuwatengenezea njia afike.
Sisi cheki. Ndio kaya hapa hivi. Ndio kaya hapa. Leta kitu hapa.
Good, so as I was saying, and of course in Kenya, all the tribes in Kenya, when it rains like this is a big blessing. And especially where we come from in the Rift Valley, this is a huge blessing. And today we are here to welcome Safaricom after 15 years back to Kenya Rugby. We are teaming up with the biggest brand, I would say, in Africa, homegrown, and that is what that partnership is all about. Kenya Rugby, Shujaa and the Lionesses, who are giant killers. We are now becoming the giants because we are partnering with a giant as well. So that is now building up this brand. And today is, I think, quite significant partnership that Safaricom and our other sponsor, SportPesa, will be co-sponsoring this team, and we even have the team from SportPesa here. So it's a joint effort that these big companies are joining Kenya Rugby to push this brand of Shujaa and Lionesses who are seen globally. And we start our journey from this weekend. Shujaa leave this afternoon, Waziri and Sitoyo. And we're playing in a tough pool of death. But we expect these young men here to perform in an exemplary manner. They are all chuffed, they are ready to face the rest of the world and bring glory to this country, and which they have consistently done. The team is back after 1 year in the cold. They were relegated and were in the HSBC Challenger Series, and they qualified within a year with a young team, very talented. And if you see that fighting spirit and the entertainment factor that they give out there, and they are winning. They also qualified for the Olympics. So this is a winning brand, and now we are with a winning brand that has come in. We also like to thank the government, your ministry, Waziri, for being with us all the way, steadfast. And this is what it's all about, this cooperation between private sector, federations, and government. So this is a testament of what can be done, and of course, we're on the winning track. Shujaa leave today. We are one of the 12 top teams in the globe. We are playing against the other 11. It's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult, but as I always say, if it's easy, it's boring. So we like that challenge. We are playing teams that have already, they had the last season, they played 8 tournaments. We only played 4, plus the Olympics 5. But now we have the big people, the big names behind us. Safaricom coming back. I'm very proud that with this association that we have. And of course, Kenya government, and of course we also have good tax laws. We're going to be looking to do the paperwork so that Safaricom can get the benefits of their sponsorship also in terms of taxation. And that should also attract other corporates to come in and partner with federations, you know, because the money that is coming from Safaricom will go directly to the players. It's going to change a lot of things. We have accountability in Kenya Rugby. The players will also have now insurance because this is a very physical game, and the insurance will be covered for them and their families. That's courtesy of Safaricom. So it's a big thing. The numbers will be announced. So, yeah. And for the first time, the Lionesses, they have proved themselves.
Wamekanyaga waya hapo.
You see, that's a well-prepared team. So I was saying also the Lionesses qualified for the HSBC Challenger Series for next year. Need to give them a hand. They lost in the final against South Africa last month, and we know now with this support they will go a step further this year, finish on the top 4 in 2025, and I'm sure they will qualify for the main series to be together with the men. So that's our plan for 2025. For 2025, we need for the Shujas to be in the top 8. So our immediate goal is to be in the top 8. Of course, we're ambitious. The better we do, but we don't want to be in the relegation battle. This support will help us achieve that because it goes into the players' salaries, then we have the other sponsors' money that also goes into that, and supporting in terms of all the support structures, you know, nutrition, insurances is already covered now, other allowances for the teams, technical support, all that is covered. So our main aim is to be in the top 8 and not be in a relegation battle at the end of the season, and for the women to qualify for the HSBC 7 Series. So that's our immediate aim. Of course, we have a 2-year plan that goes into the Rugby World Cup 7s in 2026. And previously, Kenya Sevens has got into 2 semi-finals of the World Cup. It's the only sports team in Kenya to do that. That was in 2009 and 2013. So our main aim is in 3 years to be dominating in the world, because that is the talent that we have and the support that we have. I don't see it going any worse than that. So we are very ambitious. We want to be the top in the world, and with this great partnership, we can get there. So I want to ask now somebody from Safaricom and Press Anjali. Thank you. Karibu.
So good afternoon everyone once again, and we come from the same side, Western Kenya, Bodo, yeah. So rain at lunchtime is always welcome. So my name is Esther Waitito. I am the Chief Financial Services Officer at Safaricom, responsible for M-Pesa. I'm truly excited to be here today to give back. This is a great team. Our journey started not just today with the sponsorship. We sponsored the team. Team Kenya during the Olympics earlier on this year, and it was really nice to spend some time with the ladies that evening and even in Paris. So really for us, it's just to make sure that our grassroots sports are really taken care of, and we want to continue the transformation of sports within the country, and hence the reason why we're partnering together. Our sponsorship will cover direct payments for you. So as you're working hard, just know there's something coming in at the end of the month. We also care about your health, so we'll make sure that you are also covered medically. And because M-Pesa, we made a joke just before we came here, Sports Pesa, M-Pesa, we're all being sponsored here. And so everything about money, we also have to make sure we're educating you around how to work with money. How do you access credit? How do you save? How do you borrow? and how do you invest. So we'll also be giving the teams quite a bit of financial literacy training so that you can be covered, and whatever money you make, whatever you're doing, you're always covered. Our sponsorship is a 2-year sponsorship, so we'll be covering the team for the next 2 years, starting now. And both the Shujas and the Leonesses, we will be covering both of them. So it's a 2-year partnership, and we hope that that partnership yields fantastic fruits both for the sports fraternity and also for the country at large. So with that, and because of the amount of rain that is here, I want to invite someone who I work with very closely, someone whose made sure M-Pesa is known within the continent and globally. I'd like to invite Sitoyo as M-Pesa Africa Managing Director to come forward so we can then take this to the next level. Thanks, Sitoyo.
Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Wazir, Sasha, Chair of KRU. Good afternoon, everyone. I think for me it's really important that we look at the Kenya team as a team for Africa. South Africa has been known for their rugby. Kenya has been known for the sevens. And why it's important not just for M-Pesa Kenya, it's important for M-Pesa across the continent because we're the largest brand in financial services across the continent, and this is an important part. And the reason why it's important is we've got a lot of diaspora living in the different places that you guys play. It's not a coincidence that we're doing the sevens team because you guys go to the US, you go to the UK, you go to Dubai and elsewhere. There are a lot of Africans who live there and send money back into the country. In Kenya, Kenyans send about $4 billion a year into the country, and that's a very big part of what drives our Kenyan economy. For me, this partnership started with a good friend of mine who's here, the chairman of Central Bank, Mr. Andrew Musangi. One time we were sitting with him, and we've gone to watch rugby many places. I was at the San Diego for the World Cup. I've been to Singapore. I've been to Hong Kong. I've been to Dubai. Cape Town Sevens, and to be told how much a Kenyan player earns, and we are flying all over the world to see them, was something I took very, very personally. And we've worked hard, and I want to apologize to the Rugby Union and the Rugby fraternity. It has taken us a bit too long to get to where we are, because we started with the study in 2019, and I'm really happy. There was COVID, and then we guys got back to the series, and it's great that today is when Safaricom employees get paid their salary, and the day Safaricom employees get the salary, the rugby guys will be getting their salary via M-Pesa at the same time. So no, hakuna mambo ya utaipata the same time I'm getting it. You've got the same cover that I have, medical for Safaricom, so it covers you guys and your families. And that's the most important thing, that when you guys are out there playing rugby, you don't have to worry about how your families are. You should not worry about your rental. If you get injured, you should not worry that how you're going to get treated. And this is, for both men and women. And for the Lionesses, I'm so proud of what you guys are doing as women. Yeah? And I'm looking forward to you guys being in the main series, the HSBC series. And for the Challenger Cup next year, I wish you guys well. And for the team going to Dubai, we wish you well. And we'll be seeing you guys in one of the circuits. So thank you very, very much. And it's really an honor and a privilege to be associated with the rugby in Kenya. Thank you. I don't think, by protocol, it must be the KRU chairman. It cannot be. Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you very much, Sitoyo. And Waziri, we also would like you to come and see some of those games. We go to very exotic destinations. We start with Dubai this weekend, Cape Town next weekend. In January, they go to Perth, and Vancouver in February, and then in March, in April, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Los Angeles in May. So you're welcome. I know some of your officers come and see what the team is doing out there. So without further ado, Bwana Waziri, welcome. Thank you very much. Makofi.
Yeah, I was looking for higher ground. To the chair of Kenya Rugby Union and your team, the Safaricom team, Safaricom M-Pesa team, the rugby family, our leadership of rugby, and our players, both the ladies and the gentlemen. Good afternoon. First of all, I'm very happy to be here, and I thank the rain because this meeting will end very fast. I want to thank Kenya Rugby Union and Safaricom for inviting me to witness this very historic return of Safaricom to supporting the rugby family and rugby teams. And first of all, let me say this, that as a country, one of the biggest challenges we have in the ministry is managing the federations. And when I say managing the federations, it's basically having federations that are accountable. Nearly all the federations have had one challenge or the other for the last many years. At the moment, we have a handful of them that are compliant with the law, but also compliant with what other sponsors require, especially on principles of proper leadership and accountability. And one of the indicators that shows whether or not a federation is being run professionally is actually the sponsors they attract. And today, other than, beside appreciating Safaricom for supporting rugby, it is also a testament and basically an endorsement, a mark of validation on the part of the Kenya Rugby Union. And therefore, I want to congratulate the union for demonstrating this level of leadership and winning the confidence of the private sector to be able to come back. Safaricom is our major, if not the main corporate brand. I know another 2 or 3 that actually are known globally. And in the technology sector, we really rely and are proud of Safaricom. Anywhere we go, everywhere we go in the world, we speak about Safaricom. And Safaricom being our own company and being globally revered company, partnering with rugby, which is a very popular sport, and especially our rugby sevens, particularly after returning back, falling and coming up quickly to the HSBC series. I want to say here that this is a very formidable combination of 2 global brands, and I'm sure that we will be so proud. I hope that as the players play, I hear, yeah, there is a lot of masonry going on. And since we support construction, this is appreciated from the bottom up. So the point I'm trying to make is that this combination, I'm sure in your jerseys there will be Safaricom somewhere. Yeah? Yeah? M-Pesa will be somewhere. Just imagine M-Pesa, yeah, is being televised globally in Dubai, Vancouver, as I've been told, Perth, and other places. I think this is a very, very formidable combination. And I've said this over and over again, that there is an opportunity, especially for the private sector in Kenya, to really tap into our sports potential and make sure that their brands are known globally. And I appreciate Safaricom for doing so, and actually for going for Pesa Mfukoni, from M-Pesa to the Mfuko of the player directly. And I think that is really appreciated because some of the things we hear and the experiences we have with our players is that even after we have all enjoyed and celebrated these sports, actually the people who really play for us or entertain us are the least paid, especially in our country. And I believe this is the beginning. With what Safaricom has done, they have shown the way. Then progressively, other sports and even in rugby, the terms and of services for all these sportsmen and women
will continue improving as they serve and play for our country. And I want to say congratulations to Safaricom. Number two, I'd like to say that as a ministry, we will continue ensuring that we support you as a rugby family, but also all the sports fraternity. Rarely, I think we don't really market or inform the public properly to the extent to which we go as a ministry to support sports. The amount of money we put in sports through the sports arts and social development fund is huge, huge. If I may say here that even a sport like football, we actually annually put football over $1 billion shillings, yeah, including paying the coaches and all that. And I think that it's important this is properly highlighted for Kenyans to appreciate the extent to which we go as a ministry and as a government to make sure that sports is supported. On your side, we really pray and request you as players and as a federation to make sure that we do our best to get good results for our country. And I want to say also that we request you also to abide by the principles of accountability, not to the private sector alone, but also to the public money. And I say this because at the moment, we are trying to see how to develop the regulations so that we reward more the federations that are doing more to raise their own funds, instead of rewarding those that are doing nothing and saying, oh, we don't have any other sponsor. It should be that as a ministry we match the amount of money that is given to that is raised by the federations. And for the, I know we still owe you some money for Machako's work. And I will make sure that that is done, that is paid immediately now that you have also received a sponsor, you know, because it shows you are more progressive in what you do. Lastly, this morning, first let me say, I appreciate the fact that Safaricom is not looking at the women game lesser, rewarding it lesser than the men game. Because this is not a Kenyan problem, it's a global problem. It is known that whether footballers, tennis players, rugby players, and all other sports that are played by both men and women, it's the women who actually get rewarded less. Safaricom have started on a good note by, first of all, sponsoring the women 100%, you know, and then co-sponsoring the men. This is a very good example. Let me say this. This morning we launched a committee that we established to look into issues of gender-based violence and gender equity in matters sports this morning. And this is coinciding with the 16 days of remembering the issues of gender-based violence globally. And that's why I appreciate Safaricom for that. And I want to assure the people of Kenya that we will do everything possible to protect our women and to make sure that the environment where they exercise their sport and their trade is going to be free from intimidation, gender violence, and sexual abuse, so that we do not want selections being based on anything else except the qualification and the competence of every player. And the committee is composed of renowned human rights lawyers and practitioners in the gender space, and I've told them they must do everything to hold all the federations accountable and government officers and institutions to make sure that our women are protected. We do not want to have any other sports lady in the country commit suicide or be killed because somebody had taken advantage of them, including the wannabe husbands that only see progressive women and they pretend to have some level of relationship, and that is really prevalent in the athletic sector. And we want to protect our women and protect their hard-earned wealth in terms of their property and their resources, because this has become a serious problem and a threat in our country. Kwa hayo mengi na kwa baraka ya mvua, I now say that I declare this sponsorship officially commencing. For a country that we are used to launching, I was looking for a tape and a player to launch, but now that there's no one, that is all. Asante sana, God bless you.
Thank you so much. You spoke so soon. I was about to direct us to where we do that cutting. Keki ni lazima. So we have the umbrellas coming this side. I'd kindly request our chief guests and our officials from KRU to slowly make our way to the lounge of Orchid so that we can do the official signing and the photo ops. So we have our crew which is ready to guide you there. For the love of the game. Gone. Okay, so for the rest of us, we will be guided here, but I'd like to ask also our crew, our production crew, to also head over there to the Orchid launch for the official signing and photo ops of the same. Thank you so much. And our teams too.
Sasa itabidi twende juu anasema media iende. Itabidi twende lakini sasa sikata. Itabidi twende off kidogo. Imeingia na maji. Bagi imenyeshewa. Imeingia maji yani chini.